Okay, so here we are. This is our hole. We've taken, we're going to do a field sample. So we've gone in and dug a bit where we haven't excavated too much. I'm not sure if you can see, but that's a significantly different color. If this were smell-o-vision, you'd be smelling diesel right now, which is what we're smelling. So Kelly here is going to do a field test to check the soil.
Okay, so I'm just going to put some of this blue stinky soil into this jar. And we're going to mix it with some water. And now remember, this sugar cube is what creates the reaction.
And the reaction with?
The reaction with the soil and the water. And it will produce a color change. As you can see, that ball right here that's floating was white when we started, and now it's pink, which shows us that there's oil still in that soil.
Right, and then the higher level of grade soil, the pinker the ball?
The darker the pink the ball will turn. Now that is pretty instant, and our cube isn't dissolved all the way yet, so I'd expect that that ball is going to continue to turn a bit darker over the next couple minutes. But this, to me, so looking at the soil, the smell of the soil, the field test kit which shows us the pink ball, and let's see. When I was here the other day, you could actually rub the soil and you could see oil residue coming out. So, not so much I see it right now, but like I said, we're only down a short distance here, but if we went down, say, another foot, because you can see we're only just tapping into it, if we went down a bit deeper, it would be getting worse.
And it goes about 8 feet deep?
I believe that's right. I'd have to
and once we got to the base, we're clear at around 8 feet.
That's right.
And so for the north wall up against the house, that one's complete. We're clean to there. We're clean to the west over here. But we still have a little bit to the east to clean up, and the south. Is that correct?
That's right.
And overall, how much, so we've taken 60 tons out. Would you say how far along, based on what you've seen and where we're at?
Well, maybe now where we're digging this hole, I don't know, I mean, that's a distance back, isn't it, Thomas?
Yeah, what I'll do here is I'll back the machine up and I'll do another test pit back here.
Okay.
Because, like, say, the original tank was sitting right in around here someplace, right? And it extended probably 8-10 feet past the front of the tank. So right here we're 4 or 5 feet off the back of the tank. So we're in that 8-foot range. So I'll back up another 4 feet and I'll do a test pit straight down in here and see if we see anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
So usually if it goes, say, 10 feet one direction, you would expect it would go 10 feet in the other direction.
Mm-hmm. Of course, unless it was on a slope, then it might go further down the slope side.
Exactly.
Versus now this is a very flat level.
Yeah.
And there doesn't seem to be, I mean, there's water, obviously, but it doesn't look like a big sort of current underneath.
There is a significant amount of water which can help the contamination to spread. So maybe that's why we're seeing it to be such a large amount.
Mm-hmm.
Because the water's all pushing out of the north wall.
Yeah.
So it's coming this way, right?
Yeah, because
we didn't hit any water until we got up
I saw it coming out of that corner up there is where it was coming out. And you can see where it is wet up along
So
that
there is a
northwest
potential
corner.
chance that it goes further south than
Yeah.
it does north.
Yes. Yep. And just to be clear as well, the samples that are currently in the lab from the north, west, and base, I'm 99% sure they're fine, but we don't get the 100% guarantee till we get the lab results back.
And that'll be on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's pause and come back when we go back.
And you can see how that's turned a bit darker over the last minute. right?
Yeah. No, it's definitely pinker.
Yep.
Okay.
I can
Okay.
try a bigger chunk.
So now we've gone back about, I don't know, 10
You
feet
can
or so.
measure it out.
Yeah, we've gone back probably 6.5, 8 feet.
And then there is more blue soil. It does have a bit of an oil smell to it.
And an oily sheen.
But like you were saying, when you break it up, there is
When you
some
break
brown.
it open, there's brown inside. So that's always a good sign that it's diminishing. But this stuff does still smell. And it has, they said, the oily residue on it. But it is appeared to be getting better.
Yay!
But we are quite a distance back there. I can measure it out and see what's back.
There was a chunk of granite rock that it was going through, right?
So the oil can actually dissolve the rock. So if we see dissolved rock, that's usually a bad sign.
So it is starting to marble a bit there, eh,
Yeah,
Kelly?
yeah.
Which is,
So that's a
promising.
good sign.
Yeah.
But it is still there.
Yeah, like there's a rock that was once a rock right here. That was once upon a time a rock.
And the oil's dissolved it into
Yeah.
dirt, or
And is it totally weak?
Granite's one of your harder rocks out there, and that's what oil can do to a granite rock. So
Yeah.
okay. So we'll test this stuff
I'm
and
gonna measure.
Yeah, I'll measure it. Do you want to, before you hop out,
Yep.
can you give me some of the gray from down there?
Yeah.
no.
Do you want to measure it, Thomas?
Yeah. Yeah, just holding that right there. Okay, so that's 12 feet back from the last test hole,
Okay.
and it's about 18 feet back, 19 feet back from the back side of the tank.
Total of 19 feet back from our current excavation.
And how far forward had it gone?
It had gone. Actually, you can just go that. That was with the back of the tank right there. It went forward 14 and a half, 15 feet.
So we've gone back 12 feet from the back. We went forward 14 feet, but we're not done going back because we're still seeing
Can you give
the
me
blue
those
soil.
measurements again so I can write them down?
Yeah.
So you're saying we went 14 and a half to 15 feet
Forward
from the front of
from
the.
the front side of the tank.
And this
Okay.
is the new sample that
Yeah.
went pink a lot faster.
What one?
13 feet off the backside of the tank because I'm a foot to spare up there, right? And then if you give the tank 7, so 7 off of 21 is 14. So right at this range here where it's marbling out, we're kind of almost the
13.
same distance that we went to the front.
Okay.
So you know, of course, like I say, we haven't opened it all the way up to see what it's doing across that band, but
Right.
we're in that same distance, right? Except that the water is coming off that bank, probably going this way.
Yeah. And our distance between this hole and that hole?
So from the backside to the backside, we're at
10?
10 and a half feet. We're already getting water right here too.
Are we?
Then maybe we shouldn't screw it
See
up.
the water right there? And it's already showing the sheen on it from the oil there, see that? So
Okay. Okay, so based on what we've got, how long do you think it would take to to be finished?
Realistically, if we get back in here Wednesday, and considering that the front section there took 6 bins, and we don't know how much farther sideways, there's going to be a little bit more to come off the side here, and then coming back to here, let's say that it takes us at least a couple more days of working to equal what we've taken out of there. Friday morning, Friday sometime we'd have an idea where it's at, but I realistically think you're another 6 bins to get back into here and, you know, open it up and get some samples that might pass, you know, and maybe we take a sample on that east wall and just see what it comes back at, right?
So all said and done, if we start working, we can potentially be done by within a week.
We can,
Maybe a couple days or a day for.
We're a week, and then we're waiting for samples, right? So regular turnaround time on samples is 5 business days. So
we could rush those.
So let's just say that we need a week to 9 days. That's Monday to Friday days, right? If nothing happens on the weekend. So if we are back in here on Wednesday or Thursday, we need at least till the following Friday
to be fully finished and have sod back on the ground and.
No.
Okay.
Fully finished, ready to have a rush sample done and see where we're at. The finishing process, 2 full days to backfill, and then probably another day to make the yard look pretty, and then 2 days to figure out what's going to happen on the deck. Or is the deck going back as it was? Are we making a mini deck there?
That decision will be made later.
Yeah. So I mean, if we're just coming down off that top deck, and let's say we only come out 6 feet and then come down to a landing, then that could probably be put together in about a day and a bit. So I would say 2 weeks minimum.
Okay.
Yeah. But the biggest thing is having passing samples. That's what makes everything finish up for you guys, right? Because once you have that, then any buyer is going to go, I'm